Today we're going to be talking about using foam rollers for myofascial release. So foam rollers can look like this, where they're nice and smooth. They should be made of a dense foam. There's very little give when I push on this. Or they can be knobby. And this surface will help you kind of dig into different parts of your body. Okay? For what I'm going to be showing you, there won't be so much digging necessary. However, in the article that I wrote on my website, www.custompilatesandyoga.com, some of the advice that I gave was, when you're doing foam rolling, yes, go ahead and roll the muscles. However, it's really good too to try to find the nooks and crannies where you have tightness or adhesions, and try to get the roller in there. It's also a really good idea to try to get your roller stable and to move yourself over the roller. When you do that, the skin is going to move and it's going to break up some of the fascia adhesions that are between your skin and your muscles or what have you. Okay, so this knobby foam roller is really a good idea for that. However, if you're rolling, say, your iliotibial band like we're about to do here in a moment, that can be pretty intense. So to show you the different muscles to roll, I'm going to stick to the smooth foam roller today. Okay, let's begin. So I'm going to set this off to the side. We're going to take the roller and we're going to roll our hamstrings first. I'm going to be sideways here for this, for you guys to see. Start up, sitting here on your roller, draw the belly button to the spine. We always want to keep good spinal alignment, even though that's not particularly what we think we're doing right now. We are. So bring your hands back, belly button to the spine. Now what I would advise is start off, walk to one point, hold. If that feels fine, move on to the next point and hold. If you get all the way down the backs of your legs, down the backs of your thighs, I should say, because we don't ever want to roll that area behind the knee, okay? That is a very, very big rule. Don't ever roll the area behind your knee. Okay, so you always want to stop just right above the knee. So you roll out, hold for a moment if that feels fine, move on to the next spot. However, that can become very tiring for your arms, and since our next exercise is the calves, we are also going to need our arms, so we'll save that. Okay, so we're skipping the backs of the knees, and then the calves come up onto the roller. I flex my feet, pulling my toes toward my shins, because that will create the maximal stretch. And you can lift up or you can be down to apply the pressure. And then you scoot for your next spot. And I kind of scoot and lower as I work my way down. I've seen it too, where you can also kind of get in the meat of the calf. You can cross your other leg on top, and that'll help you get in. Now, another thing too, rotate your body. If you're up here and you're really not feeling anything, take it over to the side a little bit. You'll find something. And then lower down, and you can be lifted and do this, or you can have your hips down on the ground. Either way. I find that if I'm lifted up, I have a little bit more pressure into my calves. Then if you've crossed your legs, let's do the other side. So move that roller back up to kind of the meatiest part of the calf. Cross your legs, lift up. And let's rotate just a little. You can also rotate in. Okay, and lower down. All right. For the next one, it's going to be the Tensor Fasciae Latae, which is the top of the iliotibial band tract, kind of. So I have people start off on their sides. You want to get the top hip bone up into the roller, okay? Move any sort of pants pockets or fabric out of the way. You want your elbow to be under your shoulder, belly button to the spine again. I like to keep this top leg bent, bottom leg is in a straight line. So I want to be in a straight line from my head all the way out through my heel. And now to get the TFL, we're going to rock forward just very slightly. Now with these, I don't do a rocking back and forth at all. I just sort of hold, breathe. When I feel like it relaxes, I move on to the next spot. Now's a good time to talk about pain. If you come up on an area that is very, very painful, don't try to suck it up and push through. There's actually a response that your body will do where it tightens even more, and so that tight spot that you're working on releasing is actually going to get even tighter. So you will be doing the exact opposite of what your goal is, which is releasing adhesions. So I want you to, as you move, be very mindful of how your body feels in the different areas, and if it feels very painful, I want you to just skip that area, just flat out, don't do that. Sometimes we can work at the top of a muscle or at the bottom or in the middle, but maybe not be able to do all three things. That's fine. You can kind of feel your way around what you can do and then pick that. Okay, now we are going to come back to the top of the hip. We're going to get the IT band while we're set up. So bring the hips up so that they're parallel. And you can have your top foot like this, where it's on the floor to help you, or you can have it out in a straight line, either way. And we're going to roll so that the roller starts down kind of right where you can feel your leg attach into your hip. And then we'll keep moving. And you find your spot and you hold. And if you'd like more challenge, you can stack your legs on top. Good. Now I'm going to run out of space, so I'm going to scoot down a little bit here. And that's one thing about doing the foam roller. When you're rolling, it's really important that you stay along that muscle track. Don't pick up and lift and reposition. Really try to let yourself relax into the roller. Try to let that roller help your muscles loosen up. And so if you're picking yourself and placing yourself, you're really eliminating some of the benefit that you can get from foam rolling. And so the good thing about foam rolling is you can do it at your own pace as long as you are moving mindfully. You definitely want to make sure to avoid quick movements. And then you roll. And you come to the top of the knee. And then I just sit down. And we'll switch sides. So from over here, we'll start off at the top of the hip. Nice straight line, top leg is bent. Let yourself rotate forward a little. And so we'll start off by rolling that TFL. You're always going to find some sides are better than others. Some sides will move very easily without a lot of pain, and maybe the other side's not so lucky. Good, and when you've got that TFL done, roll onto your side, and we'll start the IT band. And you'll roll down until you get to the top of the knee, and then have a seat. Okay, we're going to have a seat back on our roller. We're going to get into the Piriformis. Okay, hands are going to come behind you. Feel the sits bones pressing into the roller. Those are the bony points of your tailbone, and then I want you to roll so that that roller kind of rolls up your pelvis away from them. You're going to come about halfway up, and you're going to tip over partially to one side. Now your knees are going to stay together. You're at about a 45-degree angle here, and let's have you rock back and forth. Now do just a nice easy back and forth here, but if you can find a specific spot and really try to leverage yourself to apply some pressure and breathe and release. Good, come back to center and we'll go the other way. So find the sits bones first. And you can roll on down, but you could pretty well bank. If you could find that on your first side, you'll be able to find it on your second. And come back up to center. Now we'll just roll right down the middle here. You can rock if you feel like you need to. And then we're going to take that right in to our back. Okay, so let's start off. Let's go ahead and lower our pelvis onto the floor, and then let yourself relax back. Lift the hips. Let the feet move you to help you roll through your spine. Watch your hair. And once you have worked on your upper spine, go ahead, lower the hips, and we're going to turn the roller lengthwise. Okay, so I think of this as going the long way, and then you'll come up, you'll have a seat at the end of the roller, and you'll lay back. Let the feet go wide, let the arms come by your sides, palms facing up, and then just rock back and forth. Now I like to really kind of challenge my stability here and let the roller come out, probably so that there's just a little bit of my rib cage left. I try to really roll most of that back surface because our back muscles do come out quite a ways away from the spine. And so this is a nice way to get to some of those other muscles that may not have received too much attention before. And when you feel like you've done enough of this, then you'll go ahead, roll over to a side, let the roller kind of drop you, and come on up. We're going to keep the roller going long direction, and we're going to do our inner thighs. Okay, inner thighs are called adductors. You want to get the roller. You're going to be on your stomach, and I have my leg not quite at 90 degrees from my hip. Okay, so it's down a bit, and I've got this roller starting toward my knee, and then I'm going to just try to rock and get the roller to come up my inner thigh. Now, it takes a little bit of doing for this one, in my opinion, to really find a good spot to get in. You kind of have to finagle it, kind of have to play with it. And once you do find that, then do try to put some lean into it. You don't want the roller coming all the way up into your hip. Okay, so we're just working on those adductors, just doing the inner thighs. And then you'll come on up, you'll do the other side. And then when you finish that, come on up. We're going to turn the roller short ways again. And we're going to come onto our stomachs. Now, we're going to roll our quads, which are the muscles in the front of the thighs. However, I have had abdominal surgeries, and so I like to start the roller up a little bit higher to work on the scar tissue and the trauma that I have up there. So for me, I start the roller up at the top of my hip bone. However, if you just want to get into your quads, you can start it at that joint where you feel the leg attaching to your pelvis. And I use my toes and my arms to help me move on, and I'm trying to relax down into the roller. And then when I get to the tops of my knees, I scoot back and I lower my knees and I come on up. All right, next up, we're going to do our lats. So you're going to start on your side. Arm comes out straight, and okay, your armpit's gonna come on the roller, but it's gonna be kind of this fleshy part down here. Fleshy, but then it's also got the bone of the scapula. So this meat right here is what's going on the roller. And you want the arm to be out straight. You want to have a straight line with your body. Bottom leg goes out straight, foot is flexed. I take the top leg and I'll use that to push here. And you can let your head lower toward your arm. You can also rotate just a little bit into this. I lean back a little bit, and for me that's getting really into a great spot. Or you can come forward a little, and that is equally terrible. And then when I get down past that shoulder blade where I'm into my rib cage, then I go ahead and come up. All right, let's switch directions. So it'll be a nice straight line. And then remember, you can rotate open a little. Thank you for joining me today. If you'd like to find more articles I've written or find more information on foam rolling, please go to my website, www.custompilatesandyoga.com, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to find more videos from me. If you'd like information on customized Pilates and yoga sessions, also please visit my website and fill out the medical history and release form, and I will contact you. Thank you.